welcome back to Admiral Dreadnoughts Japanese campaign. Where last episode we can conclude we did not pay enough attention. We were overconfident after the earlier victories with the Yamato and the Musashi, and I felt like everything is under control. Well, everything is not under control, ladies and gentlemen. It is not. But we're getting there. We're hitting a fair amount of little ships. Ooh, that was Musashi's task force, let's say. yeah, our ships are decent at the auto-resolve. Good. And then we have another E49 class battleship and Zuio against a cruiser force in Africa. Without too much further ado, let's dive into it, ladies and gentlemen. Last time we fought this fight, we lost a battleship. I pray that the admiral in charge of this task force right now is more careful. Although, it is now 3 hours later than that episode, so chances are I'm gonna screw up even more, right? Luckily, the enemy task force will be damaged, while Satsuma is fully functional. And you will be my hero for the day, I think. 29 knots, let's go. Zuio, these cruisers join up with Zuio. Wrong division there, sorry. Light cruisers may join up with the battleship. Destroyer, 2 destroyer flotillas. I'm gonna keep them in reserve for now. Like the fact that one destroyer is like standing still and the other is charging in like a maniac. So I'm not going to use my destroyers for this fight. In essence, it's going to be 6 ships that I'm going to use, and not much else. These destroyers, yeah. 30 knots, please. That is fine, I think. And we're going out. 18-inch battleship is engaging. Zuio is, of course, a damaged battleship with only 14-inch guns. Ottawa, what kind of race boat do you pretend to be? You're doing 40 knots. You can't even do that. Satsuma, slowly turn away. Okay, if you fire now, all crew on that cruiser should die. And you change target, you muppet. Don't shoot a destroyer. Focus on those heavies. Jesus, that was like 1.5 miles off. If not more. Zuio's division is also struggling with the speed there of the battleship. I mean, part of me doesn't really care, because, you know, this will throw off torpedoes a lot, but okay, a smaller battleship is engaging. Tell me, you have Generation 1 radar. That explains. More and more ships are targeting... Whoa, torpedoes have fired. Torpedoes have fired, ladies and gentlemen. Evasive action with that battleship group. No, wait, you're all targeting here, right? Yeah, let's not do that. soon you'll be able to attack. You know what? Increase to attack speed, tighten up formation and smoke up. Lock torpedoes on that heavy cruiser. Go, 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 go. We're going in. This division, in the meanwhile, is dealing with this destroyer. Hopefully. You're gonna target the grass. Okay, destroyers. You're up. Aggressive fire authorized. Away, away. Away. Suji. Still not away. But I'm gonna turn the rest of the division away. If you don't fire, well, then you don't fire. What is your range? 23 kilometers. Yeah. Yeah, don't bother now. The other torpedoes are way too far out already. I swear, I did not put Satsuma on there. Am I gonna lose another battleship like this? Aggressive torpedoes authorized on these ships. Satsuma, do a turn. What's happening here? Evasive action, Zuio. Ah, well, the heavy cruisers took the damage, but why on earth did Satsuma do this? I swear, the game is really confusing me now and then. I swear I did not move this. I moved my destroyers in for a torpedo attack, and that's pretty much it. Activate torpedo avoidance. Let's try dodging. You girls can't even feel the rage as a torpedo hits Satsuma. I had this completely under control, and then this happens. Yeah. Destroyer group, come back in. Destroyer group, come back in. Oh, look at that. You killed something. But target there. Kill that ship. Cruiser still hasn't gotten the right speeds. As such, she's just moving around like a maniac. And I can't really do anything to stop it. Now, this is just a desperate charge, I admit. Aggressive torpedoes authorized on that group. Get that flank cleaned. Clean up that flank. Okay. Yes. Well done. Sweethearts. You missed! You missed a 1.7 kilometer range shot! Permission to cry authorized, ladies and gentlemen. Permission to cry authorized. Luckily, this was a cruiser without torpedoes, but yeah. Had this been a light cruiser with torpedoes, we could have said goodbye to yet another one of our battleships. We're still gonna say goodbye to this one, I fear, but maybe not as quickly. They're couple of torpedoes for my destroyer flotilla to cover the flank. Retreat. Start turning the battleship. My torpedoes missed, of course. No, we actually hit. Okay. 7 torpedo hits in total, actually. That is not bad. Not great. No, but not bad. This flank seems secure. You girls should be okay against these torpedoes. Chance of it. Yeah, we have a 60% damage instability. In essence, we're not going to hit anything for the next hour or so. Luckily, we still have this division. That can provide some cover. You as well. Battleship is out of ammo. You may retreat. Cruiser is out of ammo. Cruiser is out of ammo. Jeez. 66% damage instability still. Seta is going to take a hit now, I think. No. But the destroyers are racking up some damage against the cruiser now. Chasing her off, hopefully. Come on, cruiser, give it up, give it up. Torpedoes in the water. My torpedoes this time for a change. Lock on more torpedoes. Fire if you can. Stop avoiding torpedoes because they're friendlies. Damage instability 60%. Those two may join the retreating line, leaving me with 4 destroyers as a screening force for my battleship. That'll have to do. Damage instability down to 55%. Looks like we are unable to fire the torpedoes. Yep, I'm gonna lose another battleship here. May I be annoyed? Because I am very annoyed currently. Although they're not the best battleships, I still very much would have liked to keep them alive. Okay, well, that... I was gonna say that's a step in the right direction, but... yeah. Another battleship down, ladies and gentlemen. She just joined this fleet. God damn it. Well, let's retreat with that division. And I'm gonna do as much damage as I can. How can I not see you? Well, I'm smoked up. Okay, fair. Oh, you're in trouble now. Bang. See, I can do it too. seriously need to sink a couple of ships now to make this fight more or less equal. Okay, destroyers. 36 knots, let's see what you can do. Short range against a cruiser. Good luck. Again, these have ships that apparently have some issue with their torpedo fire. That's two of my destroyers gone, essentially. Switching to a third lead ship. Come on. We should be able to deal with a bloody light cruiser, right? 4 destroyers. With 5-inch guns. Smoke up. And a shit ton of torpedoes that wouldn't fire, but that aside. Yeah, that's 2 destroyers down, ladies and gentlemen. For nothing. Out of ammo. Almost out of ammo. Almost out of ammo. And torpedoes that never fired. Yeah. There are times I don't like this game. There are times I don't like this game. I'll be honest. That is a second battleship gone. And a third one essentially gone. No. We're not trading bloody warships. Have you any idea what just happened, AI? Brazil, piss off. So, that is essentially Morocco lost, right? No, they don't have the naval power themselves, but the fleet that was here is gone. That is 2 fleets lost, essentially. We should, with this battleship, should have the capability to take the Canadian province. That's good. And over here, things are looking a-okay. Although Musashi really needs to repair. Let's pull Musashi out. In fact, let's pull the entire fleet into port. You girls, let's hunt these French submarines. Come do a naval invasion. Can do a Russian naval invasion, but I have one already on the go. We're ready to start attacking here, although Arabia might liberate itself. I'll be able to stop the French from intervening there. That's a victory, right? That is a victory. This naval invasion looking good. Okay. We're down to 13 active battleships. It is getting a bit worrisome. However, before we do that, let's take a look at the French fleet. 54 ships. Yeah, the French fleet is decimated. So, I'm grumpy. Yeah, I'm really grumpy. But in total, they have only 70 ships, my enemies. We got a couple of very good victories, cleaned out a lot of smaller ships. The tide of the battle is turning. It is turning, but I am losing ships. I am losing ships that I don't want to lose. Zuios. We have none of them active. 38 design, so let's delete that. In fact, yeah, we should have them, right? Still. No? No, I guess not. How about designing a new battleship that works well in these current conditions? And a smaller enemy fleet, but with heavy torpedoes. So we need a ship with heavy torpedo protection. I'm not going with a big battleship. They take too long to build, folks. 20 months, this is 14 months. Although, well, yeah, let's see what we can do. Anti-torque 5. Let's get a diesel engine, shaft to auxiliary, triple hull. That was a misclick. Anti-flood. Okay. Can we get you to 28 knots? Barely. Let's get a pagoda tower in, because I like them. Nothing else, I just like them. That doesn't fit. But that is also a bit too much, right? I mean, we can get away with this instead. Let's do that. That is a nice superstructure. I like it. Okay. Now, casemate guns. Yeah, I say just add 5-inch guns to it. That will help one way or another. I would very much like at least 16-inch guns on here. But they're Mark III. 15-inch are Mark Vs. Yeah, I rather have the 15-inchers than the 16s. Okay, triple. Hate it when the game does that. Modern armor. Okay. 15-inch guns is not that great, but remember, it's not designed to fight battleships. It's designed to fight cruisers. And I'm designing it to fight, well, yeah, cruisers, really. That's pretty much it. Cruisers, destroyers. That's pretty much what I want her to fight. As such, we don't need a 20-inch belt. Let's bring that down to 14-inch. 8, 8, yeah, 9, 4, 4, 16, 5. You don't have a bad sector of fire. The game just doesn't realize it yet. Radar. Rangefinder. Okay. Now we're slightly overweight, but we still have a lot of things to do as well. Let's go with a base fuse, because why not? Let's do something different. Never ever use base fuses. Let's make you smaller. Okay, look at that. You actually fit. 24 months build time. Yeah, without the torpedo protection, that would be 18 months. But yeah, I really want them on this ship. Now, apparently we miss a secondary gun somewhere. Or have you not aligned properly? Oh, you're aligned properly. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Where did I miss a gun? Did I miss a casemate? Where is the .2 offset? Not you. Not you. It wasn't you. We're gonna continue removing stuff until we find it. You are centerline? Surely not. You are centerline? Wait, what was that? Haha, found it. So I can place these guns back. Get rid of you. Replace you with some 3-inch guns. Let's do something fun with the 2-inchers. Because why not? We never do quadruple 2-inch guns. That's for a reason, I might add, but still. Okay. Now, I guess I could... Well, no. Torpedoes... Well, armor strength will be added, but no torpedo protection. No, this is fine. Acoustics, please. Okay. Yep. Now let's balance you out as much as we can. There we go. I can live with this. A new simple battleship designed with torpedo protection in mind. Oh, we can take that out. Hold on. If we take the speed out, we don't need maximum speed. Rudder. Electric steering. Balance you out. Save design. Of course, she does have a stereoscopic rangefinder, but... Okay, that's 24 months, 2-year build time. That's not too bad. I can live with that, I think. Of course, there is no way I can build that for the time being. That is a bit annoying. So, in fact, I have to bring something down already. Is this the building tab? Yeah, this is all building stuff. Looking at the heavy cruisers again. Suspense construction. Oh, wrong tab. Barely over capacity. Next turn we should be able to get under capacity again. Whoo-wee. This is a very frustrating game. I did not expect the French to be that annoying. Okay, well within shipbuilding capacity again. Good. Yeah, the refits are done. That's wonderful news. Okay, good. French submarines neutralized. French convoy. Okay, good. Advanced sonar systems. Okay, no. We're well over capacity again. Like, seriously over capacity. Brazil attacks us. We are not retaliating. Because you're failures. Yeah, it's not a lot of damage here, but this fleet will be repaired soon. In Portland, we had another fleet. 1 month. 1 month. Okay, yeah. In 1 month, that capacity should be fixed again. We're pushing into Canada currently. We have a battle that I'm going to auto-resolve. Okay. We have a naval invasion. 0% chance of success. Good. Yeah. 8 months for Musashi. Yamato, 1 month. Haruna, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not too worried about these naval invasions here anymore. I think we got that under control. We are pissing off the French in Kiel. But they're moving in a submarine to deal with that, so... Subtle. If Germany were to declare war on... Okay, hold on. Is it near Copenhagen that the problem is? That I can't cross? I think so, right? Eastern Denmark. Maybe I should just invade Eastern Denmark then. $150. Jeez. That's a bit much. I am gonna do it though, because this one canal is really annoying. This one entranceway to this this part of the ocean. Yeah, I can't even move there currently. I could deploy... No, let's keep that fleet there. Attacker Italy. Italy is rising up. Go Italy. Yeah, that invasion is a failure. Just give up on that. I can't naval invade. Oh yeah, I did launch the naval invasion on there, didn't I? Yeah, stupid. Shouldn't have done that. No matter, no matter. This is going well. We're cleaning out the French here. And honestly, that is the most important bit, right? Cleaning out Southeast Asia here. That is more important than winning the fight here. In fact, I'm half tempted to pull out of the Baltic. I'm really struggling here. It's costing me a lot of ships. And if I move those battleships here, I think I can make better use of them. So I might pull out of the Baltics. Strategic redeployment, we call that. Now, look at that. Naval building capacity is almost good again. Yes. I want an alliance with the Germans. I think, especially the position of Germany here, will make this a very fruitful alliance, because they will block off the Kiel Canal now. If they join the war, that is. No. France failed to gain control over Lithuania. Finally, that invasion is gone. Yamato... Oh, Asai is in battle. Yeah. No. Not interested with that one. My fleet did not manage to get over there, but we might be able to redeploy for this naval invasion here. We can at least get Yamato out. That is something. Also cleaning up a bit of stuff in that port. This port is fairly empty actually, but now it's completely empty. Get the ships to join in. Because this invasion, this will be very useful to own. Please, Kay, thank you. Also, the Germans, are they at war with anyone? No. They really don't like America and France, though. Which is fine. Okay, I can do a naval invasion of the French. A new one. And I think I'm gonna push into Qatar. That's 6,000 tons. Yeah, we have that. Qatar, Kuwait, and see how things progress from over there. I mean, yes, we're giving up here, but we're opening up a new front there. And although giving up is a big word, we're redeploying, right? We're resupplying our ships. How many turns? We got the turns to get back here. So why not? In fact, Portland, you're all ready to go. I do wish you had an ammo screen here as well, but oh well. That could save this naval invasion. That does mean I'm giving up on Morocco, though. Do I want to give up there? Or do I... The thing is, I don't want to open up the Strait of Gibraltar. If I do that, all these French ships and Russian ships will make my life difficult yet again. I don't want that. I'd rather lose Morocco than give up control over the strait with that fleet. However, I'd rather not lose Morocco at all. So I am gonna move this fleet back here instead. Yeah. Talking about fleets, I am really struggling to get any kind of fleet set up now. Taibo, set a course for Miami. No ships here, no ships here. Mexico is attacking me but failing. Brazil failing, Brazil failing. As long as they fail, I am not gonna bother with them. I think I do want to clean out the French here as well. Or at least annoy them with a lot of destroyers. It's pretty much all I have, right, in this area. Not a single capital ship. Nothing there. Ooh, I take that back. I do have some heavy cruisers in the region. Let's move. Destroyer there is fine. 3 destroyers there. Yeah, let's keep those over there. Okay. Well, let's hit the end turn. I think so. Yeah. This would have been so great if the French had not joined the war. By then we would have controlled most of Russia by now, I think. Submarine. Minor damage. Submarines. Good. Transport. Hello, Malaga. French are attacking. Okay. Yeah, you know what this means, ladies and gentlemen. Time to scrap another battleship, right? We're gonna engage, though. We're not just gonna turn around and run. That would be the smart thing to do. I'm not going to. Why? Because if I can cripple this French task force, we'll have... I mean, this is like, what, a quarter of the French fleet? .22 knots. Torpedoes off. Okay. So what battleship do we have? We have a serious battleship. Good. It's a slow battleship, though. The French will have the speed advantage. different formation, please. I want a light cruiser in the rear. Light cruiser immediately goes up to 30 knots. What the hell? Alright, let's turn away. Like, seriously, Naka. Ah, Muppets. Muppet ship, I tell you. Okay, fleet is back in position. Naka, aggressive torpedoes authorized. Torpedoes away. Good. No, just little shot to annoy them. Not much else. As both of my ships, all of my ships essentially just got hit at the same time. What the actual hell? Lock torpedoes, aggressive fire. Naka, turn, aggressive fire, more speed. Destroyer, more speed, turn off torpedoes. Naka torpedoes, fired. Good. Battleship. Confirm course. Destroyer, go. Sacrifice yourself. Jesus. Look at the damage. There's nothing I can do here. Before my 16 inches reload, I'm probably dead. Yeah. Leave battle. Maybe. If I leave the battle. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, saved my battleship there. Jesus. That was bloody insane. Auto-resolve is a victory. Yeah, the enemy destroyers are good, but not in the auto-resolve, it seems. Although I did lose a couple of ships myself. I honestly don't care. Yes, I cheated. That is 3 ships. Didn't we send out more? I'll probably have all destroyed again. Okay, this naval invasion here is looking awesome. Russia, do I want another naval invasion against you currently? No, I do not. I do not have the naval power for that. In fact, don't even have the naval power for this invasion. Until I manage to reinforce it with a couple of battleships and battle cruisers that are still out of action. Then I might. Knocking out some transports. And a large destroyer flotilla here. Yeah, let's just keep them at Aden. That's fine. Katsugari is mothballed still. Why? In fact, we have 2 battleships mothballed. Congratulations, they are now back to active service. An Iwami class and a Fuji class. So another Iwami. And a Fuji class? I don't think we even have those. Yeah, we don't even have that design anymore. Well, it is cannon fodder, folks. It is cannon fodder. It's as simple as that. We are well within building capacity, so we can once again resume some ships. Okay. Have I said, by the way, that I dislike the French fleet currently? With all of my heart. Soviet Union Revolution. Instead of a Soviet Union, we now have Russia. Hi. Yeah, you did not like that, did you? Ah, damn, I clicked it away. I wasn't sure what it was. Probably the low crew message. France failed to gain control over Morocco. That is very good. And his naval invasion is back on track. Barely, yes. But it is on track, ladies and gentlemen. We managed to defend Morocco. And I suppose I'll move this fleet over here now to support the naval invasion of Copenhagen. Although we do have more and more fleet power here, I think we can use some more. This fleet though, Russian submarine, don't like it, hunt it. The French are trying once again to get our fleet to attack over there. I say let them. Submarine engagement, check. Just look at the amount of naval invasions. It's actually pretty insane. I have my fleet really scattered across the globe, attacking everywhere. Annam will fall next turn. We could prepare a naval invasion of Yemen. Let's try that. Yeah, that's easy to do. And taking Yemen and then push into Hejaz. Hejaz. I don't know. We should be able to gain some more control over the Red Sea. Now, I'm tempted actually, since the French are such a formidable opponent, to end the war with the Russians when I can. Although I would love to gain control over the entire Black Sea before that. But let's see. Can we take Georgia? Yes, we can. We've got control over Qatar. Italy is established once more. Ladies and gentlemen, Italy is back. Brazil attacks us. No, don't care. That means we can't push in Asia any further this turn, but we can prepare our fleets to move here. Is this invasion going to succeed? Probably not. But I am parking these two fleets here. Tonkin will be the next target in Asia. I'm gonna miss these transports when Yemen dies. It's been a very successful hunt. Yeah, we are gonna move to Kuwait City first. That's 300k. This is a very strong fleet. This fleet, yeah. I could do with a repair for this fleet. So let's put in onto Putty. In fact, I'm gonna open up the ocean here. Allow these Russian ships to get out. I don't mind them getting into the Mediterranean. I don't want them to get any further, but... Okay. Part of me really wants to do this. Part of me is way too scared to lose and Musashi and Haruna in the same turn. So no. We're not. Yeah, we got this naval invasion now. That is good. That is very good. This naval invasion still looking strong. 2 more turns. We're building 45 destroyers currently. And that battleship is back fully in service. Well within capacity, so we can resume construction on those cruisers. One day I'll finish them. They're getting closer now, the first ones. They're getting closer, but... Okay, we have a Setsu class battleship in Tsunogo. Let's sort by type. Setsu. Oh. Let's take a look. What do you have in terms? You have generation 3 radar, so you are serviceable. Okay, in that case, I'm gonna move this battleship. I'm gonna move this battleship. I'm gonna move this battleship. Set a course towards Mogadishu. Let's use a destroyer flotilla to clean out the submarines, so that battleship can start attacking over here. Yeah, that's pretty much it, right? How's the conquest doing? 7 out of 8. But we are gonna take part of Canada in retaliation to them attacking us. Let's be honest, that's what they did. I'm playing a defensive war here. Good, 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 good. Auto resolve. And look at the time, ladies and gentlemen. Time is running out once more for this episode. Ah, these episodes, they go fast. Central Canada has been taken, which is good. This frees up this entire fleet. Well, one ship is damaged, but I don't care. England, maybe? Set a course towards England. Yes. If this invasion succeeds, we can then hit northeast England. Take control of that. French invasion again. And Musashi and Haruna are once again in battle. That is the French task force, though, isn't it? 4 heavy cruisers. Yeah, that is this task force. I know what we're going to do next episode, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a risk. We're going to risk those 2 ships. And see if we can do it. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, take care.